Dear audience, distinguished guests, let me express my appreciation with a very impressive presence here and the belief that the people present here and the minds that are present here are going to be crafting and answering some of the most important and some of the most challenging questions that are going to affect the future of my country, of the region, and the future of Europe and stability in Europe. It's a great advantage to have you all here. It's a great advantage to gather you all around these very important issues and subjects to be discussed. At the same time, I think that this is logical that we are all present in Tbilisi, we are all present in Georgia, in a country that has been a place where 6 years ago, basically the same time in August, we have all seen and witnessed shaking and sort of questioning the future of European stability and security. It was in August of 2008 when we all have witnessed that something different is happening, and the different is happening in the region, and this difference was in having regular Russian troops on the soil of an independent and sovereign country. A crisis that broke out suddenly, and the crisis that has marked a turning point in describing what is the reality, what is the security status in Georgia as well as broader, I would say, in all neighborhood that is around Russia. At that time, I think some of us could predict that this could continue and this could happen once again. Yet I don't think that all of us have done our homework to prevent things that have happened, the crisis that had broke out in Ukraine 5 years after 2008. What we are witnessing now is the fact that European stability and security is an open issue. And the main answers, the main question marks that have been created in 2008, the main question marks that have been even more emphasized in 2014, have not yet been answered. And without answering those answers, neither of us, in the countries of Eastern Partnership, the countries of Europe, cannot feel stable and cannot be sure and safe in developing and furthering our country's sovereignty and independence. I believe that the equation of European stability and security cannot be discussed without facing the facts of Georgia, without facing the facts of Ukraine, but even more, without not facing and acknowledging and really answering the questions, how do we deal with the policy of privileged interest zones? There is a stated and very clear foreign policy message from Moscow. And the foreign policy message clearly states that the countries neighboring Russia, or you may call them countries of ex-Soviet Union, or maybe even countries of ex-Russian Empire, are considered to be interest zones of Russian Federation, and the issues happening on these countries, they are mainly considered by Russian politicians as an area where they can decide those issues through any formats, including military. And in talking about from case-to-case basis, what is happening in Georgia, or what is happening in Ukraine, or what is happening in Crimea, or what is happening in Skin Valley, might not be the right way to approach. We have a foreign policy clear message and a vision from Russia. We don't have to run away from this vision. We have to have an answer to this vision. And I don't still have to see an answer like that among countries and among the states that we belong to and that we are entitled to. So I wish you all the best in this extraordinary environment with this extraordinary weather. I will be excited to hear your thoughts, concepts, and conclusions. I want to thank McCain Institute for organizing this great event with such a terrific audience, and wish you all the success in upcoming work. And I want to give the floor to the Prime Minister, Mr. Margvelashvili.